Hey guys, I haven't been recording a lot of videos lately, um, and that's really for no particular reason. I just don't have anything to talk about. So, but I've gotten a few messages asking for more videos. Like I used to put them out, more often. I used to try to do like 2 or 3 a week or whatever. So, and this one thing I had saved in my phone. It was a topic that I wanted to discuss, and I'll talk about that. Um, but first of all, I want to say I am sick. I don't know. I'm doing a ketogenic diet, and one of the side effects is like having cold and flu-like symptoms. So that could be it, and it's also that in a combination of my sinuses. So I sound like crap, but I don't know. And my hair is looking like this as I washed it, and it's still wet, so I'm trying to let it dry so I can go get my hair done. Well, I get my hair done today. Anyway, so there's this girl, and she is like a really big feminist, and she is overweight. She's a plus size girl. She's whatever you want to call it, BBW, whatever y'all call it, whatever. I just say she fat. I mean, that's what I would say about myself. Like I don't need a special label to make myself feel better. Um, but I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to promote her necessarily. Like I'm not getting paid for it or anything. Anyway, I'm just not gonna say her name. So she like always, in my opinion, she kind of puts herself out there. Um, and I don't think it's anything wrong with that, but my thing is you don't have to draw as much attention to yourself as you do. Like, um, I don't know. It's a fine line, and that's my confusion about it. Like, so my question is, as an overweight girl, do you cover up and try to remain modest, or do you just live in your truth and stand up for who you are? Now, my answer to that question, of course, is only going to be with what I've done, my time being overweight, and that is to just live in my truth and be who I am. I was never a modest person. I'm not gonna wear all black. I'm not gonna because it's slimming or something. I'm not gonna, not buy prints, not prints, like printed fabrics. I'm not gonna do that, or I'm not gonna dress a certain way. Not, wear crop tops. My legs are super fat, but I'm still gonna wear dresses and short dresses if I'm feeling confident that day. Some days I might not feel that confident. My arms are super fat, but some days I'm fine with sleeveless, or strapless or something like that, tops or dresses or whatever. So it just depends on what you feel comfortable with, and that's my answer to people. Do what makes you feel good. Now, the second part of that question is, do you do what makes you feel, does doing what makes you feel good mean that you accept the judgments of other people? And if you don't do what makes you feel good and you try to change that, are you like a sellout? Because at this point, see, okay, there's two sides to that. When you do what makes you feel good, then you're open to judgments, and then some people, not all people, but some people think that it is okay to judge you. And that brings me to this feminist that I was talking about. She got comments like, no one is judging you for your size, they're judging you for no one is judging you for your size, they're judging you for giving up. um if you can be confident and look like that, why am I still insecure? um You can't be happy when you look like that. You're proud of being fat as fuck. Kill yourself. If you think you're healthy, you must be mental. You should kill yourself since you're already dying from Twinkies. Stop shaming people who want to be fit. We don't have to find you attractive in order to be body positive. You're just a fat slut who's pretending to be confident. Put on some clothes and find some respect for yourself. I mean, I could keep going, but it's pointless. Those were the things that she gets, and she gets it on a daily basis. I follow her, so when you accept who you are, people feel like it's open season on your body image if you're overweight, and to me that's not cool, it's not fair, and it's not acceptable behavior for adults in society, especially in America, where our country is based on making choices and having freedom. So like, why that's not why. I can't answer why, but that's the part that I think people need to recognize. I recognize it for what it was, but I didn't give a shit. I'm kind of like this girl. She doesn't give a shit. And you just have to be able to deal with that. Now, on the other side of that, if you are confident in who you are, but don't accept that and try to change it, this society thinks you're okay. Oh, you're the fat person in the gym, so we applaud you. Or you were 400 pounds and you had surgery, so we understand why you did it. And that's not okay either. So, and then at the same time, I have gotten the things like, oh, you used to be confident in being that fat. That was great, but now almost like I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout for having surgery. And it's just like, well, it's how do you find a balance in that? And I spent a lot of time talking about that, but I wanted everybody to recognize what I went through, what these different girls go through, and the judgments that society does place on you, whether you know it or not, or you see it and don't accept it, or you don't even realize it, like it's there. So my the way that you handle that is you do what's best for you at that point. When I was at my heaviest, I still felt like Beyonce in my mind. Okay, and that takes a lot of practice. That takes a lot of loving yourself. That takes a lot of confidence, a lot of self-esteem building, a lot of self-image acceptance, and body image acceptance. And those are the things that you work on, so that when you get those ugly comments or those like underhanded, backhanded comments that people try to do, you are able to brush it off and keep on going with who you are. Because see, at the end of the day, like, people who know me know that I have lost like a significant amount of weight, and some, not all people, but some people applaud me on that. But at the end of the day, if you've never met me before, I'm still just a 300 something pound fat girl, fat woman that you're looking at like, ew, why is she wearing that? Or ew, why does she look like that? So I still have to be conscious of who I am and know that still by society standards, I'm still not acceptable. As much as I work to try to change who I am, I'm still a possibility I can be the biggest person in the room at most times. And I have to be okay with that. So my message to you is to not conform to society standards, whether you have surgery or not. But to practice loving yourself, positive self-esteem, just boost your self-esteem, have confidence in yourself, even the parts of your body that you know could look better, just accept it for what it is and love your body. Because like I say, my legs are like the biggest thing in the world to me, but I'd rather have these fat legs than I have any at all. So just try to find the beauty in what in what you are, in what you have, and just look in the mirror and talk to yourself and tell yourself how beautiful you are, and how no matter what society says or what another person says, you have to love yourself for you. And once you do that and start loving yourself, it'll become easier to forgive the idiots in society who do not know you and who do not accept you. And that's all I really have to say about that. But and that needs to start, in my opinion, before you have surgery. Because if you do that, it's harder to do after surgery when your body's changing and going through the ups and downs, and you have saggy skin, saggy boobs, your butt's going away, and just all kind of mess. Your hair's falling out. Start now. Start today. Focus on you and loving yourself now, because the changes that you go through in surgery, yeah, you're losing weight, but you're also gaining some other problems. So make sure you love yourself before you get your tummy taken out or whatever type of surgery you have. And plastic surgery won't fix that either. You gotta have positive body image, positive self-esteem, and you need to have confidence in who you are. All right, I'm done. Bye.